Pleasantries, dear listeners. Before I begin, allow me to entertain you first with a story that began a long, long time ago. This will be in Filipino medium so you can understand it better. Tubig, lupa, apoy, hangin. Noong unang panahon, tahimik na namumuhay ang apat na nasyon. Ngunit nagbago ang lahat nang lumusob ang Fire Nation. Ang Avatar lang na kayang kumontrol sa apat na elemento ang makapipigil sa kanila. Ngunit nung mga panahong kailangan siya ng mundo, bigla siyang nawala. 100 taon na ang nakalipas, nakilala namin ng kapatid ko ang bagong Avatar. Si Aang na isang airbender. Ngunit kahit eksperto siya sa paggamit ng airbending, marami pa rin siyang dapat matutunan. Pero naniniwala akong kayang iligtas ni Aang ang mundo. Again, pleasantries, we are the reporters, or should I say, individuals from the Waterbender tribe. We can do anything as we are blessed by the goddess of the moon and the god of the sea. We are here to present you the topic that was assigned to us, entitled Legal, Ethical, and Societal Issues in Media Information. The learning competencies of our lesson for today are as follows. You can pause the video for a while to take a look at it for a moment. Without wasting any more time, let's get into the first topic, copyright.
So this is the questions. Number 1. It is a backbone of information. Letter A, text. Letter B, media. Letter C, text, media. And letter D, format. For question number 2, a means or channel that makes use of symbols like characters, letters, which individuals can analyze, interpret, and glean information from. A, text media. Letter B, text. Letter C, media, and letter D, format. For question number 3, serve to link different electronic documents and enable users to jump from one to another in a linear way. Letter A, hypertext. Letter B, formatted text. Letter C, plain text. And letter D, unformatted text. For question number 4, fixed size characters having essentially the same type of appearance. Letter A, text. Letter B, text media. Letter C, format plain text. And letter D, plain text. For question number 5, appearance can be changed using font parameters. Letter A, text. Letter B, formatted text. Letter C, plain text. And letter D, media. So this is the questions. Number 1, it is a backbone of information. Letter A, text. Letter B, media. Letter C, text, media. And letter D, format. For question number 2, a means or channel that makes use of symbols like characters, letters, which individuals can analyze, interpret, and glean information from. A, text media. Letter B, text. Letter C, media. And letter D, format. For question number 3, serve to link different electronic documents and enable users to jump from one to another in a linear way. Letter A, hypertext. Letter B, formatted text. Letter C, plain text. And letter D, unformatted text. For question number 4, fixed size characters having essentially the same type of appearance. Letter A, text. Letter B, text media. Letter C, format plain text. And letter D, plain text. For question number 5, appearance can be changed using font parameters. Letter A, text. Letter B, formatted text. Letter C, plain text. And letter D, media. For number 8, cross-platform document exchange default format for Mac OS XS. Letter A, PDF. Letter B, text. C, documents. And letter D, media. For question number 9, it contains articles and image about diverse topics of popular interest and current events. Usually, these articles are written by journalists or scholars. Letter A, books. Letter B, magazines. Letter C, cellphone. Letter D, none of the above. For question number 10, for research purposes, you will probably be looking for books that synthesize all the information on one topic to support a particular argument or thesis. Letter A, media. Letter B, magazines. Letter C, books. Letter D, all of the above.
The right to copy, or also known as the symbol copyright. This refers to the legal right of the owner of intellectual property. This means that the original creators of products and anyone they give authorization to own to the only ones with the exclusive right to reproduce the work. However, copyright ownership depends on a number of different things such as the type of work created or how the work was created. For example, by an employee as part of their job. When a person creates an original work fixed in a tangible medium, he or she automatically owns copyright to the work. Many types of works are eligible for copyright protection. For example, audiovisual works such as TV shows, movies, and online videos, sounds, recordings, and musical compositions.
So, explain ko lang si copyright. So, si copyright is kailangan ng permission or kailangan mo ng permission para malabas yung isang work sa streaming platforms or even sa TV shows. As long as may permission ka sa owner nung work na paggagamitan mo. And, ayun na nga, kabaltaran naman siya ng fair use. So, si fair use is open siya sa isang work, kahit sino or pwedeng magbago nung nilalaman nung work na yon, but only just for parody or fun. Ayan, tulad na lang ng nasa baba na si Michael V. na ginamit yung Uhaw by Dilaw na kanta. And ayun na nga, parang na-inspired ka lang na, okay, gagawin ko to ng bago, but nakabase pa rin sa gawa ng author na yun. And ayun lang.
What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is presenting work or idea from another source as your own, with or without consent of an original author, by incorporating it into your work without full acknowledgement. Example of plagiarism: turning someone else's work as your own. That's all.
So, what is the netiquette? Netiquette is describing the rules of conduct for respectful and appropriate communication on the internet. Ito yung rules ang netiquette is nagbibigay ng rules at merong rules sa paggamit ng social media or another aspect of using internet. Do we have 10 rules in netiquette? First one, rule number 1, remember the human. Always remember, yung kausap mo is di mo nahawakan, di mo nakikita, and always remember na wag kang magbibigay ng information about sa'yo or secretly na di mo naman kailangan sabihin sa kanya. So, rule number 2, know where you are in the digital spaces. Always remember na yung kausap mo is by online, not in personal. Always protect your privacy in that human. Wag mo sabihin, wag ka magtitiwala basta-basta sa wag ka magtitiwala basta-basta sa mga taong nakikilala mo by online. Rule number 3, online life, respect real life. Kung sa online life is ganito siya, ganito yung salita na, ganito yung yung expectation mo sa kanya. But if you know the real life in that human, do you need to respect. You need to understand. Dahil di naman lahat ng nakikita mo by online that is real life. So, punta naman tayo sa rule number 4. Respect time and bandwidth. So, rule number 4 is you need to respect the time of the human, woman, or man that you communicate by online. Dahil di mo alam na hindi ka lang na-replyan dahil busy siya. Busy siya sa work or anything in their life. So, kailangan mo respetuhin yung time niya na magiging busy talaga siya. And you need wag kang magagalit sa kanya if hindi ka na replyan na mabilis. So, rule number 5. Make yourself look good in online. In online, always remember na kailangan mong maging mabuti. Mabuti as rule number 5. Make yourself look good in online. Kailangan sa online is maging mabuti ka sa mga words na binibigay mo dahil online more on words na kailangan mo para mabigay mo yung message na kailangan nilang kailangan mo may pahatid sa kanila via online dahil di nga kayo nagkikita. So, dapat yung grammatic mo is good. Kailangan yung grammar mo is tama dahil if yung grammar mo pa lang is mali na, pwedeng maging meaning ng sinasabi mo is maging mali sa kausap mo. And second one is you need to be polite. And third one, and
Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person online threats and mean, aggressive, or rude text tweets, posts, or messages all account. So those posting personal information, pictures, or videos designed to hurt to embarrass someone else also includes photos, messages, or page that don't get taken down even after the person has been asked to do.
Ang pagkagumol sa teknolohiya ay tumutukoy sa labis ng paggamit ng teknolohiya tulad ng mga smartphone, computer, at internet hanggang sa punto kung saan nakakasagabal na ito sa pang-araw-araw na buhay, relasyon, trabaho, at kagalingan ng isip. Ito ay isang lumalagong alalahanin sa digital age ngayon na may mga sintomas na katulad ng ibang pang-uri ng pagkagamol gaya ng mga sintomas ng withdrawal, pagkawala ng interes sa iba pang aktibidad, at social isolation.
Ang digital divide ay ang pagkakaiba sa pag-access at paggamit ng teknolohiya tulad ng internet at iba pang mga digital na kagamitan. May mga taong may access at kasanayan sa paggamit ng teknolohiya habang may iba naman na hindi. Ito ay isang issue na nagdudulot ng hindi pantay na oportunidad sa edukasyon, trabaho at iba pang mga larangan dahil sa kakulangan sa access sa digital.
A virtual self is a computer-based replica of a person's self which is the form, platform, or profile used to explore the virtual world independently, how we communicate with others, and how we access the World Wide Web.
The sum all of the legal, ethical, and societal issues in media information are copyright, fair use, plagiarism, netiquette, digital divide, technology addiction, bullying, and virtual self. These are the elements that circulate in the media information. Copyright. Copyright laws protect the rights of creators by granting them exclusive rights to their work, including reproduction, distribution, and adaptation. It ensures that creators are credited and compensated for their creations. Violating copyright by using someone else's work without permission can lead to legal consequences. Fair use. Fair use allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. However, determining fair use can be subjective and depends on the factors like purpose and nature of the use, the amount used, and the effect of the potential market. Plagiarism. Plagiarism involves using someone else's ideas, words, or creations without proper acknowledgement, passing them off as own. It violates ethical principles of honesty, integrity, and originality and can have academic, professional, and legal consequences. Netiquette. Netiquette refers to the proper etiquette and behavior when communicating online. It includes being respectful, courteous, and mindful of others' feeling and privacy, avoiding spam, cyberbullying, and spreading false information. Digital divide. The digital divide refers to the gap between those who have access to technology and the internet and those who do not. It encompasses issues of socioeconomic disparities, unequal access to information opportunities, and limited digital literacy skills, which can widen existing inequalities. Technology addiction. Technology addiction or internet addiction refers to the excessive and compulsive use of technology, leading to negative effects of one's physical health, mental well-being, and social relationship. Bullying. Bullying in the digital age involves using technology, such as social media, messaging apps, or online forums, to harass, intimidate, or harm others. Cyberbullying can have serious psychological and emotional consequences for victims, leading to anxiety, depression, and even suicide in extreme cases. And lastly, virtual self. The concept of the virtual self refers to the identity of individuals create and maintain online through social media profiles, avatars, and digital interactions. It raises ethical questions about authenticity, privacy, and the impact of digital personas on real-life relationships and self-esteem. Thank you.